welcome to my welcome to my TED Talk, where I talk about whatever I feel like. So today I had breakthrough, a major breakthrough. So basically what happened was, so over the past lifetime, the past years, I have been healing. And like, yes, I have been healing, like, you know. But so it's me, like, I'm actually so excited and so happy about it. So like, I just been finding every outlet to talk about it. But okay, so basically what happened was the other day, right? I'm practicing my meditation skills, but like at night, because since I was younger, I've had insomnia, and your girl's currently going through a breakup, so yeah. And the insomnia came back because I don't have nobody to cuddle with, sleep with, rub my feet to the phone and all that stuff. So I was like, let me do my meditation at night because I normally just do it in the rising. And I did my meditation, like my guided meditation, right? But then I was like sleepy or like rusty, but then my thoughts just was like talking. And I'm like, here we go. So in one of the meditations that I do, it's like Dr. Tip. And she has like these black women meditations, and honestly, I love her. Love. But so I'm doing the meditation like myself, where she just says like, focus on your breath, even if your thoughts are present, just welcome them and release. But focus on your breath, focus on your breathing, like. And most of the time when she says that, I'm like, okay, like, how does my body feel? And da da da. So, what I don't know is that I have a history of disassociation, um, due to childhood traumas. So, like, I be disassociating from my physical presence. So, I have to, like, get myself back into my physical body. So, that's why I be focusing on, you know, how you feeling? How does skin feel? You know? Bro, these draws need to move. All in the shot. Anywho. But so, physical feeling. Oh yeah, so I'm sitting here trying to like feel how I'm feeling, and then my thoughts, which I don't even know what to name my thoughts. Like I said, crimson, which is like the color red, but I thought it was green, so now I don't want it. But I have to find a name for my thoughts because, man. But so like my thoughts just get to yapping like extra hard, like, do you hear me? Like, do you hear me? Like, do you hear me? And mind you, I'm being really nice. I'm just like, okay. Like, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Let's focus on breathing now. Thank you for, and then I get a little frustrated because I'm like, you doing too much. Like, it was definitely giving, like, you know how little kids just want like hella attention. Like it'd be like that one kid that just like, you'll try to focus on the other kid. They're like, me, wait, me. Like, that's what my brain was doing. And I'm literally just trying to focus on my breathing. I just wanted to, feel it deep and be there with myself, right? And I kind of feel like a mama low key, like right now. Like, I'm snitching on my thoughts. But anywho, so I'm like, what's tea? Like, why are you doing all this? And then that's when I started like, okay, like I was going back to, let's just be nice, da, 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 da. But it's only so much you can take. And that's when I like really, really got frustrated and I started going back to like, what's up? And I was just like, you just always in something. That's so wild to say about my thoughts, but like it's so real. Like you always in something. I was thinking about like how like when, cause I like to like imagine. I give myself time to just envision things and just like and be present and all these things, be present. But I was thinking about how my thoughts be narrating my visions now. Like just yapping the whole time I'm trying to be in my magic world, you saying stuff, like just saying stuff. And I also realized like you just saying random shit, like stuff that I don't even truly believe. But we gonna get to that. So that happens or whatever, and I started like getting frustrated because I'm like, you also narrating how I feel. When I'm asking my body how I feel, like I just wanted to know how my body felt. And my brain is trying to tell me, and it's like, I'm not talking to you though. Like, thank you, but I'm not talking to you. And so, I kind of let that go, whatever. Like, I didn't really let it go, but like, I recognized it and I was like, okay. And, over the past couple days, it's been a little bit more than a few days, but like, I've just been, let me get more present in my body. But that happened like a couple days ago, and I was like, okay, we gotta put some more work in. But then today, I was debating a feeling with myself, like a decision that I was like maybe wanted to make and maybe not. And like I journaled about it because I had like this feeling. I was like, I don't want to just start reacting. I had this feeling, but I really had a thought. I had a thought that I was perceiving as a feeling. I was like, I really just want to journal about it and like unpack it. And I ended up asking myself a question where it was like a either or. Did I either feel this way or did I feel that way? And when I wrote one thing, my body felt at ease. Like my body felt like whew, like relief and contentment. And not even contentment, it was more like satisfaction. And then when I wrote the other thing, my body started to feel tense. And I felt like isolated. Like I felt like I was like in a box, like oof, oof. And I even started feeling like pain in my shoulder in the back of like my neck. I was like, okay, well, my body doesn't like that answer. They don't like that one. And then I was like, that's cool. Like, I don't want to show y'all my journal, but I don't want to show y'all my journal, but like, I was like writing, I'm writing as I go. I'm writing all this out, and instead of just like thinking about it, because I normally journal like for a really really long time anyway, and be writing for like hours, and it's extensive, and I love it. Like I really like writing because it lets me like be in touch and in flow with myself. Yet this time when I was writing, it was like my thoughts were there, but I can tell what was my own more so. Like I could really feel that what was being written and said was my own. Everything that I write most of the time is my own. Like that's how I differentiate my thoughts versus myself. But I was in a serious flow and I was just like, oh my God. Like I was writing it and I was also feeling it in my body. Like I'm feeling this. I'm feeling present in myself. So I'm like unpacking things. I'm like, I started to remember a time when I was younger where I was just like outside and I literally had seen myself. It was me visioning and remembering myself outside, and I was talking to myself, but I was also talking to like the bugs, and I really love the worms and stuff. So I was talking to the worms too, and I was talking to the grass and talk to the trees and talk to the sky. I'm talking to everything in nature. Like I'm just yapping at this point. Like my world. I'm yapping in my world. And I was like, like that's so beautiful. And I realized that was the last time that I had felt, like consistently felt in my body. Like I didn't need words, or I wasn't like fixated on my thoughts, but I was like feeling and expressing through my physical self. Like I just felt things and there was a natural flow. And I started to think about like, oh, what happened, what transition? And I realized that at that time all of my feelings were felt through my body. Like I could feel it. Like I could feel it in my body. When I was angry, I get hot. When I was anxious, I jitter and whatever. And at a certain point, I didn't get the reactions that I needed from my family when I was expressing myself, and also from other people around me. Like I didn't get the reactions that I desired. And so I started to like keep things within me and not express them, like they weren't being released. But in those moments where I was outside, like I was naturally just releasing those emotions. I had the trees, I had the earth was like the ground, and everything was just like absorbing the energy for me. And I was constantly being recharged and restored, even though those emotions and expression was physically within me and not being received the way I desired, right? But then it got to a point where I had a different routine. Like I wasn't in that space anymore, because that was like when I was younger and I would be like at my grandma's house. I would literally go outside every single day. I would stay outside for hours every single day. And I had like this constant restoration. But eventually I was with my mom more, and I didn't go outside as much, and I found like comfort and routine in the TV. And eventually in that time I still had that level of emotions and physical processing occurring to the point where it was like overstimulating in my body. And I decided all of this needs to get processed in my thoughts. Like I can't take the physical experience of feeling in my body. So feel through your thoughts. And it started me like, me not being able to say certain things or express certain things because I'm a kid. I started to be like expressing them in my head. I feel this, or some. Eventually it transitioned to, what you say as a kid. Like I used to be cussing in my head and stuff, but saying all different stuff about what's going on that I could not say out loud to myself. And so then I started thinking about like how it was layers. Or did I think about that first? Oh, no. Yeah. So I started to think about how it was layers to my emotions, and how like sometimes it comes off as confusion. And I started to remember when I was a teenager how I fixated on anger. Like I was always angry, and then I realized maybe you're not angry, you sad. Because every time I'd be angry, then I'd be like, once I express myself, I'm like, that hurt my feelings. And then once I found sadness, I was like, okay, it's other layers of emotions under sadness, such as guilt or shame and da da da, or like not under, but like within it. And then after I realized that, I was like, okay, multiple emotions can exist at one time, including me being happy and having happiness while also being sad or angry, and recognizing like the complexity of my emotions. In my journal, I wrote that. Okay, I am gonna get out my journal, but y'all can't read it. She coming in. I'm still funny out. Hold up. Okay, what did I write in my journal? I wrote, I have always felt multiple emotions. We're gonna wait till that thing's running. I've always felt multiple emotions at once, and I feel like it comes off as confusion, yet it's not. At times I may be conflicted, but this shows a level of understanding of myself, a level of transparency with me. I value myself, so I listen to the layers of my existence rather than isolating my being to one box or the other. And this is when I was like, oh my. This is when I'm like, oh my God, like. She was trying to throw me some chips. Should I let her throw me them chips? I'm not gonna crunch it out here though. But I was like, oh my gosh. Cause like as I'm writing this, like I'm feeling a sensation in my body. Like my body is like, yes, yes, girl, yes. And literally what came to me was, this is so cool. This is so cool. And I started to think about like how like cool. I was like, cool, like really you gonna say that? But like it was like cool. And the way I was saying it like to myself, or like feeling it to myself, that cool was how I would be like in a science center when I was younger. I'll be like, oh my God, everything is so cool in here. Like, like this is rad. Like, yes. And I would never want to like say the word cool, because my like family or like my cousins and stuff, they'd be like, what the fuck was she talking about? Cool. But stuff straight just be cool. And that's how I felt in that moment. And so I'm doing like this like deep dive in myself, and then that's when I realized that this whole time, like, okay, so I went through this like healing process, and you know healing is continuous. That's why I'm doing this, because like healing is continuous, and it's like it's not like a, oh, I healed, and you know it can happen at different spurts, different moments. You could still be whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I healed, or like I was healing and fixing, or the parts that I was like healing was not the root. It was the reaction. Like I was processing my thoughts as feelings. And my thoughts were not feelings. Like all of my thoughts weren't even true. And I knew that all of my thoughts weren't true, but like because I unpacked it and unlayered the thoughts, and I'm like, okay, this and this and this, like I still wasn't feeling how do like I genuinely feel in myself in this present moment, and like in my body, in my physical presence. And I feel like that is one of the deepest layers and the most like I'm so appreciative, but one of the most beautiful realizations that I've had in a while. I'm gonna open my journal again because I want to see if I miss something, because now I'm kind of just like going back to that feeling like, oh yes. I am missing a part. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. This is so good. Okay, so basically, I started to think about how, like, yes. Okay, I started to think about how I was fixating and missing the past. And I'm just gonna read it word for word. How I wanted to go back, and I wanted life to feel that good, but maybe I wanted to feel. Back then, I said I did. And for a while, I had been in a loop of just thinking, not moving, not deciding, just thinking. And when I shared my thoughts and didn't get my desired reaction, same as when I was younger, I would isolate. I would isolate my feelings, physical feeling. Instead, I was thinking. Looking back, a lot of things I didn't really feel, I thought, and processed thoughts as classified emotions. I've been working through thoughts rather than my feelings. And that is why my thoughts haven't changed. And this is what, okay, so I started to think about, like, because I've been trying to, like, adjust my thoughts. And I actually did at one point, like, adjust my thoughts because I was like, okay, I'm going to recognize you and, you know, be kind. Let's, like, redirect. And I had learned this, like, technique for redirection in therapy and stuff. And it was actually working. But then I couldn't redirect no more. Like, I could, but I just didn't have the capacity to, because it's like, dang, like, why do I have to keep redirecting you? And if I wasn't in a good enough space or have enough capacity to redirect, then my thoughts had control. And now they don't anymore. Like, really just that not even that simple, but like, it took that moment of me being able to feel again, because I was just like sitting and talking out this whole process, and I realized that a lot of things I was just like feeling from the shadows. Like, I really couldn't feel it and like be in touch with the sensation of my existence. In so many moments I was just like there, knowing what I should feel and how good it could be, but not present in it, and having this distance from it. And I know, like, it ain't all there. It's not. But it is. It will be. And it feels good. Like, literally right now, I feel my body, like, it's like a little sparkle in me. But yeah. So that's what happened in my beautiful day. And I am so appreciative and joyful for that moment. And should I tell y'all the other thing that happened? So, like, I had a dream, right? I had a dream about my sister. And if you don't know, my sister, you hear that pitch change? Because it makes me emotional. But my sister passed away when I was younger. And also, my girlfriend passed away when I was younger. Well, not my girlfriend anymore, but she was my girlfriend at the time. And the other day I was like, it was me and my girlfriend's, my deceased girlfriend's anniversary, and she was also my best friend, but it was like our best friend anniversary. And on that day I was just like, you know, I appreciate forevers, but I didn't want to continue to linger in that space of where we once were. Like, I literally said that out loud as I was speaking to her, just like, I want to let go of that. I want to let go. And I know that, I spoke that I want to hear forever, and, I want to feel you forever. And I was just like, no, I don't. And I started to think about, like, how, I don't connect with my sister as much because I'm constantly, like, fixated on that feeling. And, my girlfriend, well, my deceased girlfriend, passed away after my sister. So I was like, okay, maybe it's because that one just recently happened. But I was like, I need to spend some more time with my sister. Like, like thinking about, like, not thinking about it, but like, yes, thinking about it, like processing those emotions. Or even because I have like dreams and stuff. So sometimes I have dreams where I'm genuinely spending time with them in the spirit realm. And I wasn't really having any with my sister. So, I wanted to do that. And then it happened, and I had dreams with her, and like we was hanging out and stuff, and I was protecting her from things as I would do. And yeah, it felt good. But then, like, I was sharing that experience, and I ended up like unpacking that. I I thought that every time their names or their presence came into my experience of life, that I needed to be sad. Like, like this is the recent processing of, like, I need to be sad if they come up, or death equals being sad, or like hurt, or going, even like, what is it, nostalgic, like going back to those times, rather than being present in how I perceive and feel their presence in the now. And I was like, I really want to be happy right now. Like, I'm happy that I got to connect with her, even if it was in a dream. I'm happy that I still think about her. And I felt it in my body that I was happy. It was like, ooh, yay. And that was just another layer of what I just expressed before. So, yeah. Now this is the real. I'm really done because I'll be loving it, yeah. But anywho, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. What do I want to say? Let's leave some wise words. Heal and feel. Slay. No, I'm just saying. I don't know. I feel like the whole video was wise. So take what resonates. Leave what does not. Exist in presence. And love your essence. Oh wait, what was I going? Okay. Y'all. Okay, so I wrote something so poetic in my journal. This stuff here that I'm talking about, that I'm sharing right now, it is my soul's lore. So thank you for listening to my soul's lore. Not my TikTok. Goodbye.